This is a hike that will take us around the St Helena Road swamp. Okay, so let's get our bearings. This is Highway 25 leading up the big curve. This is the edge of the escarpment. That's 15th Side Road. So barely you can see here St Helena Road. That's where the dead end is. That's where you park your car. So portions of this hike are on the Bruce Trail main trail, and portions are on a segment that is unmarked but is known to all trails. So today we did the circle, parked there, began down here, which is part of the White Trail, but the Helena Road road provision carries on down this way. Now at this point in time, the Bruce Trail, main trail, White Blazes, carries on this way. So there's a split right there. I'll show you in the photographs what that looks like. So carrying on down the unmarked trail, in that it has no blazes, the St Helena Road provision down here until you get to this place. This is where you can see the swamp, and you can see the beaver dam, and you have to cross a little land bridge. You go just beyond the wetland area, a little ways up, and then trail that leads back up north follows along here. I'm calling this the St Helena Swamp West Bank. This segment here is 1.2 kilometers. There are no blazes on that, but it is known to all trails. So look in the notes for the GPS coordinates here. This turn here is a little tricky. So then again, we carried on up here. So where this intersection is where the trail joins the main Bruce Trail. You can carry on, go this way, on over to the L Shaw Trail, or on the White Trail up to 15 Side Road. That's not what I did today. I carried on the main White Trail this way, and crossed over the wetland again and back to the car park. I'll show you that in the photographs. That's coming up next. So here we are at the St Helena Road dead end. You can barely see the signs at the end of the road. So, well, there's a closer look. We're going to walk beyond those concrete barriers to begin. This portion of the trail is marked with white blazes because it's the Bruce Trail, but it is what I described as the St. Helena Trail because it uses the road provision. So there you see the signs. We're going to go to the right, but the Bruce Trail will continue on the left. So here we all go. Now, as we move down the trail, pretty soon we can see, there it is, the swamp on the right. So there's a better look, and we're now coming up to what I call the little land bridge. It isn't much of a land bridge. This was May, so it's not exactly a dry season, but I have seen this more difficult to cross over because the water levels are high. So there's two little makeshift bridges that we have to cross. So there's the first, and then back up on the bank, and then carrying on. There's the second one we have to cross. The beavers have been at work there, so we cross that one too. And now moving. This is the important intersection. Please read the description for the exact GPS location for this turn. The green arrow shows it to you there. So this trail isn't so apparent, but this is what I describe as the St Helena Swamp West Bank Trail, and eventually we will meet in about 1.2 kilometers the main Bruce Trail. So occasionally there is some makeshift green spots to indicate this is a unmarked trail, but not too many of them. There's one that's kind of faded, but so for the most part the trail is somewhat apparent, and at all times we will keep the wetland swamp to the right, but the trail is apparent for the most part. Somewhat rocky, but not too many hills to climb. Lots of fallen trees, because that's the nature of the Bruce Trail. It's built on escarpment limestone. Trail changes its look a little bit. Oh, there's one more green spot halfway through. So kind of a rugged land, lots of fallen trees, little streams, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden the trail opens up to something you could probably, maybe not drive a truck down, but you could certainly drive an ATV. Let's go back. That's another swamp area, wetland to the left of the trail. And here we are at the big intersection. I made notes on here because wasn't that apparent to see. So the white lines and arrows leading left and right are the Bruce Trail, main trail. And if you turn left, you could go on up the 15th Side Road or to the Al Shaw Blue Blaze Side Trail. We're going to be turning right and headed back south and east towards St Helena Road. Now, the trail does also continue like this, straight ahead. And as the question mark indicates, I don't know where it goes. And that wasn't the plan for today to go find out. So let's turn right. And now we're on the White Blaze Trail. That arrow top left-hand corner shows you the first one. And moving along, not sure what turns off to the left, but the Bruce Trail blazes tell us to turn right. So it gets a little rocky, rugged tree lands here, moving up. This is the first time that we can have an access point to cross over the wetland. See the wetland off to the right now because we're headed the other direction. So rugged rocks, some places, continuing on up towards the car park. There you can see the house for the St Helena Road, and the cars are there. We're out on the road, and that concludes the loop because we're back to where we started. There's important notes in the description below, including GPS coordinates and other details contained in the video. I really recommend the use of the All Trails app or website to follow along with this hike and trails in the area, because there's a lot of different options on the trails, as you will see when you get there. Hope that helps. Bye.